Hello and welcome to the Pretty Good Gaming News Roundup. My question to you would be, why would you go to any bigger, larger, arguably more successful YouTube channels and watch a full 15-minute video on a single news story when you could come here and listen to all the news in one tight little, firm, beautiful little package?
Small, firm breast.
That is not what I said, Henry. As our broken PGG clock attests, it is 5 o'clock, and as my alcoholic uncle used to always say, it's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Let's do some news.
Or drinking, you know, whatever you want to do.
Do them both at the same time. You can drink and watch the news. That's what's beautiful about the Gaming News Roundup.
Probably make the content more palatable if you're pissed, to be honest.
That's true. That's fair.
Video game movies have a hard time finding an audience and being successful. Generally, the results are poor, with certain fundamental changes being made in the transition to film, ultimately to the detriment of the overall experience.
That sounds like our scripts and our videos, to be honest.
Aye. We see it, we write it, and it's just never as good. It's pretty good. It's not
that's
bad.
What we're aiming for.
It's pretty good.
It was better in our heads.
However, that never stops the Hollywood machine cranking out a new game movie every year. This year we will see the Ryan Reynolds-led Detective Pikachu movie, as well as the little-known Sonic the Hedgehog movie. The latter has little promotional material at the moment outside of some silhouette posters. However, we may have just got our first proper look at this version of the character. The image comes from a brand guide for the character and has mysteriously been removed from the site. The image does seem to resemble the limited material we've already seen, with Sonic taking on a CGI look that can't seem to decide if it wants to be realistic or cartoony. It's a little bit the stuff of nightmares. This is not official, but is the best thing we have to see what he will actually look like. The film is set to reach cinemas on the 15th of November 2019. He just looks weird, I think. He's got like these really big cartoony eyes, but they're trying to make him like realistic with the fur and all that.
Yeah. Is it going to be like the Pikachu movie where he's kind of in the real world, or is it just going to be an animated film?
I think it's supposed to be live action with him being like animated, but I actually keep, despite what my brain tells me that the Detective Pikachu movie should be stupid, I have laughed at watching the trailers. I've been like, you know what, this could be alright. Could be a laugh.
Say what you want about Hollywood game adaptation movies, but I think they're actually pretty shit.
That is one big pile of shit.
Next up, in an interesting twist to a story we mentioned in yesterday's video, streams of Left Alive have been, well, not left alive at all, really. Pretty much killed dead, to be honest. It's reported that Square Enix have shut down live streams of the new game in Japan because the game flopped so hard. Left Alive launched today in Europe and the US, although the game has been available already in Japan since last week, debuting on February the 28th. Since that launch, the game has only managed to gain a 1.5 out of 5 stars user rating on Amazon Japan, with reviews pointing to poor design, issues with controls, character motions and graphics. Prior to the clampdown, apart from the cutscenes, streamers were free to stream the game as they wished, but all of that has now changed. Users are suggesting Square Enix have done this to avoid people seeing firsthand the issues with the game. However, with the game launching today in the West, so far Twitch streams seem to be unaffected, with a handful of small streams available for the game as of this morning. The game has already seen a 50% price cut on Amazon in Japan within a week of the launch, which is certainly a bad sign for the company. We'll just have to wait and see if the same becomes true here in the West. Left Alive, killed dead, day one, RIP. F.
It's just
pay respects.
It just didn't look like it was doing anything special. Like from all the trailers and stuff, I'm like, oh, that could be a solid, 6-7 out of 10 experience, but if it's real glitchy and just doesn't work, this is bad sign.
I don't know. There's something about it. There's just not very much promotion at all here in the West, and that's for sure. I don't think they're pushing it big time at all. Users are panning it. It just seems like there's not a lot of effort in the game. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't tried it. I haven't looked at it a lot, but I don't know. Maybe Square Enix should just try harder.
Apex Legends, EA and Respawn's free-to-play battle royale Goliath, has just smashed its way to 50 million players. Respawn CEO Vince Zampella took to Twitter to share the announcement, saying, "Thank you to the 50 million players that have shown up in the first month since Apex Legend launched. You have all made this something special, and there's much more to come." The older kid on the playground, Fortnite, took 16 weeks to reach 45 million players, but Apex has given them one hell of a wedgie, taking just 1 month to reach 50 million. Accompanying his post was a video detailing some of the game's highlights and stats, such as 158 million finishes, 31 billion pings placed, and 1 Mozambique kill, because that gun sucks.
A Mozambique? Is that sarcasm?
It's the little...
Just 1 Mozambique.
Yeah, it's literally, because it comes up like countdown, and it sticks to 1, and there's a big question mark. So what, 1?
1.
1?
Right. It's
like a shotgun crossed with a pistol, I think. It's a tiny shotgun. It's got pistol range. You can fire 3 shots before you have to reload it. No good.
31 billion pings is a lot of billions.
Ping, 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 ping.
Pinging all over the place. And considering it's a new mechanic for this new game, and then Fortnite are even looking at putting pings, or I don't know if they already have, maybe ripping off that feature and putting it in their game, just goes to show how popular that feature is. 31 billion. Jeez Louise.
How many pings do you get before it's a pong?
I got nothing.
That was such a long pause.
Next up, we got the moment everybody has been waiting for. It's the highly anticipated, critically acclaimed news Nargis. The Occupation is an immersive simulation game in which you play as a whistleblowing journalist. After numerous delays, the game released today on the PS4, Xbox, and PC. The Occupation was developed by British studio White Paper Games and is described by Eurogamer as a British Bioshock. Good luck living up to that one.
Trine 4, The Nightmare Prince, gets a new trailer and a release window. Developed by Finnish team Frozenbyte, the game will launch on PS4, Xbox, PC, and Switch in fall 2019, or autumn if you're British and speak correctly.
Properly, right? Correct.
I speak proper England.
Following the separation of developer Bungie from publishing giant Activision Blizzard.
Sean
Connery.
Bond. James Bond.
Following the separation of developer Bungie from publishing giant Activision Blizzard, the fucking hell. Blizzard. Activision Blizzard. What the fuck?
Activision
and
Blizzard.
I talk proper England too. Following the separation of developer Bungie from publishing giant Activision Blizzard, it has now come out that the publisher earned $164 million from the mutually agreed split.
Talking of Activision, law firm Kuznicki Law, PLLC, have actually filed a class action lawsuit against the publisher for making, quote, materially false and or misleading statements, encouraging shareholders to sue the publisher over the loss of Bungie.
Talking of Blizzard, mobile gamers rejoice. All 4 of you, because Diablo Immortal is pretty much ready, according to NetEase Chief Financial Officer Yang Zhaojiang speaking in a conference call. What's the matter? Don't you guys have phones?
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
The Witcher card game spin-off Gwent is getting a vampire-themed expansion called Crimson Curse. Crimson Curse will introduce over 100 new cards, including 31 neutral and 14 faction cards. It will be available from March 28th.
In an update to yesterday's Nugget, THQ Nordic CEO issued a statement of apology online for hosting an AMA on 8chan last week. "I condemn all unethical content this website stands for," said Lars Wingfors.
Microsoft has announced this week's deals with Gold for Xbox Live Gold members. Fallout 4, Battlefield 5, FIFA 19, and many more offering huge discounts. Be quick, as these deals will expire on March the 12th.
That is it for your gaming news roundup nuggies. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you found them as tasty and as succulent and enriching as we did.
Are you ready for a joke?
Next up, it's Joke of the Day.
Joke time.
Your turn today.
It's probably not very good.
Oh,
Sorry, I say probably.
Before we start, there was an issue with yesterday's joke because there have been accusations of it being ripped off from Bob Monkhouse.
Yeah.
So Rob, dude, you might have to screen your videos. I mean, you can't be plagiarizing other people's work there, dude. That's it's wrong, that, dude. Unless Bob Monkhouse stole it from you initially, in which case it's all good.
This is kind of an old one. I dug deep to find it, and I just thought it was funny.
Okay, let's do it.
From Rich2112. What do you call a YouTuber who's a werewolf?
Don't know, pass.
Like and subscribe. That's funny.
I'm not sure if it's deserving of 3 taps, but it's,
Of course it is.
it's mildly amusing
Because
at the very least.
Lycan, it's like means like werewolf. And it's like and.
How funny do you think that joke is? Let us know down in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
See?
King.
That's why I picked this one. Get the messaging out there. Make them laugh, and they'll be like, oh, these guys are funny, and they'll do what we said.
It's like subliminal, subconscious. Thing.
Or they'll be thinking about like werewolves and shit.
Yeah. Or both. That's fine.
Maybe.
And the last segment today is a new segment, which I like to call You Say Rumour, I Say It's True Because I Want It to Be True. And featuring in today's episode, The Last of Us 2 is definitely releasing in October. It's true because I want it to be true. Peruvian gaming retailer Law Gamers posted a promotional poster detailing that The Last of Us Part 2 is in fact releasing in October. This seems to back up former IGN Now with Funhouse reporter Alana Pierce, who deleted a tweet in January saying that The Last of Us 2 100% has been confirmed for 2019. Pierce also saying in a follow-up tweet that she had been told, quote, multiple times by multiple people that this is the case. And even deeper into the so-called rumour mill, last week self-titled industry commentator Travis White suggested that The Last of Us Part 2, Death Stranding and Ghost of Tsushima will all be releasing within the next 12 months. He arrived at this conclusion due to Sony showing each of those games off at their private event called Destination PlayStation last week. This event, which is exclusively for retailers, traditionally only features games releasing within the next 12 months. So you do the math. He also suggested that they're skipping E3 this year because the event just simply isn't big enough for everything that they've got planned. Of course, these are just what the unenlightened might call rumours, but like I said earlier, if you allow me to invoke the mantra of the modern internet, it's true because I want it to be true. Did I get that point over clear enough? Has to be true, right?
Yep, it's true because we said so.
You say rumours, I say potato.
I love the idea that E3 it's not ready for what we've got, but then they said the reason they didn't go to PSX is because they don't have anything to show.
Maybe that's true, but it doesn't mean that they don't got anything for E3. Sure. If all those 3 games are releasing this year, and lo and behold, PS5 comes out of nowhere and releases this year, then E3 isn't big enough to contain all the awesomeness that's coming, right? So why would they go to E3, promote somebody else's event, where they could just blow people's minds from their own event?
It's not big enough for that big old Sony dick to slap on the table, and Microsoft just got to just look at it, like making eye contact with it.
Why would you lower it to those terms? I mean, I was getting excited.
That is the level we belong at.
Yeah, this is pretty good gaming, you're right.
It's crude and childish,
but we love it.
And you're choosing to watch it, so really,
it's all your fault, really.
It's a statement on you.
You're enabling us. That's the simple fact.
But please don't leave. So that's it from us for your daily roundup and your daily nuggets. Make sure you let us know down below what you think of that terrible, terrible, but brilliant joke. Let us know if you've got any suggestions for other jokes as well. If you like the content and want to support us in creating it, hop on over to patreon.com/prettygoodgaming. We'll see you next time. Same bat time, same bat channel. Bye for now.
If you don't know that's not a Red Dwarf reference, then you shouldn't.
No, I got it, but I saw it out of the corner of my eye. It's the wind up. All right, bye.